today we're going to talk about a little bit of news, a little chin wag with our friends. Friend number one is P. Brise.
Hello.
Friend A is D. Easy. See, I did the thing where neither one of you is number two. You're both at the top of the list.
I was A1. I was A1.
You A plus. D. Easy the
Dr. Slim.
Dr. Slim. Nice.
Y'all understand why we're a little bit. But
I am Ryan Online.
This is not a sponsor, but I took a shower today and it made me think of you, Paul.
Gross.
I took a shower with Summer Breeze. The soap.
Do you think that's for girls?
Isn't that a brand of douche?
I don't know. It was Summer, but Breeze.
Oh, Summer's Eve. Sorry, Summer's Eve. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd be worried. Like, what am I showering with?
I'm just showering with Breeze. No big deal.
But I thought, I was like, yeah, this is... No, Fresh Breeze is the name.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, Breeze is fresh.
A bit fresh.
Weird, because there's... that's weird.
The reason why I'm a doctor today, y'all don't know what I had to do to get here today. As I'm walking out the door, Lemarian comes up with a gash in his leg.
Ooh.
He got bit by a pit bull. So I had to take him in the house and I had to, clean the wound up with some peroxide, get the bleeding to stop, throw some gogs in there and everything. I did my doctor thing today, He didn't need surgery, so I was like, I didn't have to do that today. Then Zion, earlier today, I don't even want to say his name. One of the kids.
I'm sure it'll be pretty easy to tell who it is as soon as you tell the story.
Is in love. He got it bad too. And I had to play love doctor. I had to give him some of that love doctor information.
Playing love doctor to teenage boys.
Yes. So I was doctoring all around.
These days consists of playing doctor with teenage boys.
Bro, it's hard in these teenage streets, bro. These teenage women are just like the grown women, bro. They just a little version of them.
Pretty much.
Does Zion listen to this?
I don't think so.
Okay. If he was a girl, he would be pregnant at 14.
He's nice.
He falls so hard so quick.
Yes, he does. You're right, bro.
He'd be knocked up quick.
I'm like, my baby done gave us them draws. God dang it.
Baby, don't worry. I'll pull out. Oh, you stupid. Oh, you dumb.
That baby don't look like me.
No, but he's in love, and it was so cool just to get the chance to talk to him. He was so open with me about it and everything, and I'm like, this is cool. Because I don't want no secrets. I try to keep it open and about everything. But apparently they used to date last year around this time, right around the time the pandemic started. And she broke up with him because on Saturdays he wouldn't call her. He would play video games all day.
That's my me time.
So I guess she thinks he's a little older now. Plus she was dating another kid that said he wasn't going to be faithful and literally was out in these streets.
Kids are honest nowadays.
Yeah, man. I said, he getting that off at 12?
People don't think it be like it do, but it is. Interesting stuff. Very good.
So I had a very interesting day, and I got 5 hours of sleep. How about that?
Peanut butter and jealous.
Yes.
I'm going to catch you outside.
How about that?
Yeah.
What's been going on with you, Ryan Ballin?
Oh, just not a whole lot. Just work, a whole lot of that. Been researching a little bit of stuff for a future episode, where we're going to do a recap of a particular year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to talk about some movies that came out that year and just looking into that and going around seeing what was the best this, best that, and I decided to check out what's the best dramas from that year. And this website I come across has one of the movies in the category of drama, Friday After Next.
Oh, nice.
So
that was dramatic.
I don't know how they determine that sometimes.
Man, it's dramatic trying to find that rent.
Yeah, sure. Certainly, it was a.
I mean, I guess one of the subject matters is rape. So I guess that's
yeah.
Right. I mean, it tracks.
That one scene was like,
where was the monster here?
I mean, she gets real pretty quick, so I get it.
I am a boy, Damon. A lot of those movies wouldn't really fly today.
Nah, nothing really will.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing really would fly today at what we grew up on.
Everybody getting canceled.
Oh, man. It was somebody that just got canceled I want to talk about. Oh, no. Did y'all hear the story about the wife who was, who decided to do OnlyFans? Or is it fans only?
It's OnlyFans.
You do that every time.
I don't know which one.
And then you get it wrong.
I don't know which one. I don't know which one. But anyway, she started to do that, and she's making $150,000 a month. Sure. But her kid and her husband worked at a Catholic school, and they kicked them out.
A month?
$150,000 a month.
I don't think so.
To hell with Catholic school.
Look it up. Look it up. She's doing good on there.
I'm sure she's doing good. I don't think anybody's making that much.
She's making bread, bro.
All right.
And she's like in her 40s too. It's crazy.
See, even more sense. But that's fine. All right.
But y'all heard about that story?
Nope, clearly not.
It's out there. Response. It's really good. So yeah. So the Catholic church, the Catholic school kicked her son, and because the husband worked there too, and got rid of both of them, and they was really making noise. And I was like, "Yo, you making $150,000 a month? Homeschool
Build your own church.
Yeah, homeschool that dude or something.
Yep.
Even your husband, homeschool him too.
It says $150,000 per month.
I ain't got to lie, Craig.
I don't know if the reporting is accurate, but
listen, he might as well homeschool because my kids fucked anyways.
I mean, yeah, because all you gotta do is just like one picture of your mom. Not one pictures of your mom to go around. If your mom's
making $150,000 a week or a month. Everybody has pictures of your mom.
Yeah.
Especially after this article came out.
Yeah.
I mean,
this probably got her more fans.
More fans only.
So it was $3 million. How many is that?
150 times 12.
So that's not out of bounds right there to think she would make that.
6 million.
Okay, so yeah,
that's not out of bounds to think she would make that.
No, 3. What? 2 months is 3 million times 6. No, 300,000.
All I'm saying is,
how am I so bad at math right
now? I don't know.
600,000.
We've been talking about making our fans only. We've been talking about making our fans only, and if Zion get kicked out of school for $150,000, hey, my baby gonna be dumb.
It's 1.8 million. 1.8 million in a year.
Shit.
That's not a lot.
In a year?
Huh?
In a year?
I mean, for that type of work.
Most
no.
Don't make that, dude. That's why I was so shocked when you said it, because well-known porn stars don't make that much money. They have to do a lot of work to get that.
But to be fair, I don't think she just does nude though. I think she does other stuff.
I would fucking hope so.
What I mean by that
most of the people on OnlyFans do more than just nude.
What I'm saying is, I don't think she just do porn. I think she does like life talks and stuff like that, naked or something. I don't know. I don't think it's just porn.
I ain't trying to find it. Listen to you. Honestly, I don't care what it is. That's a fucking lot, regardless of what she's doing. That's gotta be like the 0.0000001% of the creators on that channel.
I mean, I agree with you. I'm not trying to argue whether that happened or not. But what I'm saying is she's making it. So she's doing something right.
Or wrong.
To get the Catholic Church to kick you out?
The Catholic Church will kick anyone out.
They weren't kicking them pastors out when they were...
That's different.
How is that different?
Because they're in the ranks.
You say that's different.
Of course it's different. They're in the ranks. They're covering their own. You realize I'm not Catholic, right?
No,
or any kind of religious.
What I'm saying is, it's worse. What they cover up is worse.
Right, but it doesn't matter because they're in their own ranks. This is just some parishioner. They don't give a shit. They'll tell everybody else that they suck.
At the end of the day, I feel like this: build your own school. $1.8 million.
Build your own church.
Facts. And she better not get them not
then
one
you'll
bit
make
of
more
ties.
money.
She better not get them not one bit of ties. Not one bit. You gonna kick me out. You gonna kick my son out of school, and I'm gonna be paying ties.
No tippy tie.
No tippy ties.
Sarate. I'm gonna have to say the name, no, my demi.
I thought that story was interesting.
Pootie Tang, anyway.
Well, I get it. We all get it. 3 of us get it. I'm not sure anybody else gets it.
Our fans get it.
Only our fans.
Only our fans.
Fans only get that.
Should that be our OnlyFans? Just doing like really bad renditions of unknown movies?
Dated references of movies that came out nearly 20 years ago.
That'd be so cool.
Oh, man.
Cameras now, so.
Pootie Tang. 2001. Exactly 20 years ago.
That's crazy. 2001 was 20 years ago.
I just shriveled up and died. You can't see it on camera. It was amazing. But it's the benefits of radio. I guess I don't know.
Damn.
I'm sorry I took the show off the hinges, but I'm here this week. I told y'all I'm bringing it this week. I was lackluster.
Nobody's listening anyways until we get to our most important
topic.
The thing?
Yes.
What's the thing? There's a part of a show segment. Yeah, radio. We're waiting for our most important
Edit.
segment.
Fix it in post.
We're waiting for our most important segment. The cut up.
Most important thing is it's not February anymore. It's not my month anymore.
We did it, guys.
We did.
So
Mission accomplished.
I've been doing Skillshare.
Right.
Not a sponsor. I learned a lot of techniques about recording and stuff. I'm finna to take an Audacity course tonight.
Good.
On Audacity.
You know, producing duties.
I'm about to put the thing on fleek. No capping.
I hear that's good. I hear that's good.
I don't know, but I used no capping. I used capping the other day in the right term, and the twins were so proud of me.
Oh, Grandpa.
I was not capping. I am not capping.
Were you flagging?
This is not cap.
You're flagging right now.
It's true.
You're flagging because you're not projecting into the microphone.
I don't know what to say. I'm out of words. It's flagging. What I'm gonna come? I said fleek and capping. I ain't got nothing else.
I wasn't gonna. I just want you to speak up in the microphone. That's all I want you to do.
I am not capping. Cap.
Well, I'm very proud of you.
You know what? That's fine. I'm fine. It's fine.
You're doing great.
Speaking of...
You're doing great, sport. Keep it up.
I good.
Speaking of something that may not be good, or might be good, who fucking knows? One of Zack Snyder's projects had a trailer come out. Army of the Dead. With, what's his name?
Batista.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably his name.
Yes, David Batista.
I can't say his name.
Damon Barista.
David Barista.
Devin Ballista.
David Bussingham.
Berserker Barrage.
Is he the WWE version of Benedict Cumberbatch?
Might be.
Yeah.
Might be. Yeah. Anyways, speaking of Dante Batroc, what about that movie from him?
It looks like a movie. If I didn't notice it was from Zack Snyder, just watching the trailer, you would know it was from Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
It takes place in Vegas, so single number one. It's a zombie movie, which has hopes because I enjoyed Dawn of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of us here did.
Yeah.
It's not a very well made trailer. I'm gonna be honest. It
You
doesn't
know.
really show anything.
Yeah.
Spends too much time looking at the slot, like empty slots. I'm like, what are you doing here?
I don't know.
Still showing like floods of zombies in the streets. Like it's just dumb. I want it to be good. Don't get me wrong. I really do want it to be good. I hope it's good. I like Batista.
Who?
Donnie. Loving Batista.
Donnie Battlestar Galactica? By the way, what is this movie's name?
DeLacy? What's the movie's name?
Killing them softly with this one.
Army of the Dead.
Oh.
So, generic enough. Decent budget. I don't know. I hope it's good. Hope it's fun. A good zombie movie is always enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen. Joey said today there's gonna be enough of for every American pretty soon. So the Americans gonna be back in these streets. So if they want to get these movies off, they need to go ahead and get them off like right pretty soon.
Well, regardless of whether there are enough vaccines for every American, adult American in the United States, there's still plenty of people who aren't going to take them.
But the ones that do take them, they gonna be in these streets.
In the streets. Now, that movie has a particularly special release date, doesn't it, Paul?
No, pretty unassuming.
Allegedly, this movie is going to come out on May the 21st. A very special day for the members of This Won't Last podcast. It's the birthday of one of our founding members.
So, Lacey, congratulations.
No.
My birthday, man.
No. You're my birthday, man. You're going to fool me. I stopped celebrating it, so no. That would be P. Brise's birthday.
It's my birthday and I cry if I want to. Hard as I want to.
For your birthday, you're getting the present of Dilbert Battencourt in a zombie movie.
With David Bautista.
The bussy. Badussy.
It's pronounced Dookie Bussett.
Dookie Bussett.
Hey, Kevin, how's it going, Kevin?
K, special K. Yeah.
The Kevinders.
Excellent, yes. Thank you for joining us today, Kevin.
Kevin be online.
So, speaking of trailers, P. Brise, there was a bit of a milestone broken. Not sure how significant it is, but the Red Band trailer for Mortal Kombat, which we discussed on our last episode of This Won't Last podcast. Yeah. Check that episode out. It's titled Daft and Twisted News of the Mortal World, because I couldn't come up with anything better. It has broken the record for most views in a 4-day period. Don't know why 4-day period is significant, but most views in a 4-day period, once held by
Justin Bieber.
Yes. No. Deadpool 2 and Logan. 2 fantastic films.
Yeah.
So it's in good company. One would say that maybe both of those films have a rather rabid fan base. So showing that Mortal Kombat breaks that record may indicate maybe there's a lot of people waiting on this movie.
Yeah, in only 4 days. I mean, because again, like I think the 4-day thing is significant because obviously with YouTube, with the algorithms, after 4 days, if you ain't seen it, you're probably not going to see it unless you like look for it intentionally.
Yeah, it's not going to just show up in your feed. It's gonna. You have to look for it.
Movie came out 95, right?
Doesn't matter.
So I've been waiting since 95 to see this movie.
Yeah. So in the 4-day period, it had over 116 million views.
That is nice.
It's a lot.
That's nice.
Again, both those movies went on to make a lot of money.
We should have did a reaction video. We need to do more reaction videos.
Videos, eh?
We don't have to be Zoom, homie.
We never have all the sign time off.
Zoom Zoomer. Dude got the keys with the Zimmer. Show me live.
Saw a picture earlier on the internet that said it was a BMW with the license plate of Zim Zimma. Oh, Sim Simma.
You got the key to the Bimmer.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, wouldn't be a bad idea. So those of you out there in This Won't Last land, let us know if you'd like to see us do reaction videos on the YouTube or some Instagram.
We do them on the gram.
Anywhere, just talk to us, please.
We should do a reaction video to WandaVision ending.
I got 2 comments on my YouTube videos.
Nice.
Pretty sure it's one of my associates and her girlfriend. So, so thanks either way.
Associate love.
Anyways, moving on.
My people don't support me either.
What do you mean your people? No.
What do you mean your people? What do you mean either?
So this little bit is kind of out of nowhere. It's not, I don't think it's anything anyone has asked for, but we're not going to turn down. So Netflix has hired Mattson Tomlin. He's the writer behind the upcoming Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. They've picked him to be executive producer and showrunner for a Terminator anime series.
Nice.
Makes sense. There are many avenues in anime, and one of them is very well known is gory as fuck.
Yeah.
And body horror.
And Mecha.
So it checks a lot of boxes. Interesting part of it also along with that. So again, like they're choosing this guy to be the showrunner before the Batman even comes out.
Mm.
So like they have that much faith in what he did. Because as far as I know, he has no attachment to the Terminator franchise or anything related to it. What's kind of cool is they got Production IG to help develop the series.
Is there going to be a reboot?
There's literally no information out about it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's probably not going to be any kind of. It's just going to be in the universe or something like that. I would imagine they wouldn't reboot that franchise
I would
in
imagine
anime.
probably in the future, like showing the war.
Yeah, I would definitely say I like to see more of the war.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned because that's where you can get the most action from. Because sending one robot back to normal times, all you're going to get is just like a person just cutting through people, which is, don't get me wrong, not bad.
There are plenty of anime about that.
Yeah, I mean, you won't get a long run out of that.
You're going to get an 80s movie.
I think them bouncing between future, present, even past. Even like there's a lot of things you can do with that. And again, honestly, you can have whole battles take up like multiple episodes. So there's a lot of things you can do with that. But it's kind of cool because they got Project IG, who's been working. They've been working on stuff since the '90s. Most notable, pretty much everything related to Ghost in the Shell. For the weebs out there, Haikyuu and Psychopaths, including Kevin.
Be online.
And I guess for the non-weebs,
he is a psycho.
They did the animated sequence from Kill Bill Volume 1. But yeah, I mean, they've been around for forever. It's like 93, I think. They've been doing shit.
It's awesome.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, working on video games. I mean, they've been working all over the place. So yeah, I mean, it should be a pretty solid. Again, I was never a huge fan of the Ghost in the Shell series, but I had nothing against it. It just wasn't me. And that's honestly the kind of wheelhouse that Terminator is kind of going to fall into. Because again, it'll give the ring kind of like what happened with I think a little bit with Jedi Size, and I think the last one. What was that last one? Dark Fate.
Yeah.
Where it was like that human Terminator hybrid.
Yeah.
I think a lot more of that, where he can introduce a lot more of the body horror into it. Where she wasn't a full Terminator, but she was a human, but like not full Terminator. It was, I don't know, I nobody watched it.
Which is a shame because apparently it's pretty good.
All right.
Talking the last one with the chick.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. I watched it. It was good.
I've been off Terminator bandwagon since the Sega game.
Hopefully it's not the last time we see Terminator, and maybe they choose to do it in another art style, so that this isn't even its final form.
2 movies ago, where I liked the 2 movies ago when John turned evil, but it was like a fake Terminator John.
Genesis?
Oh, when they showed it in the trailer, they ruined it.
I don't remember. I didn't see the trailer.
It's a waste of Matt Smith.
That's how you keep it fresh.
He's not wrong.
So nobody cares because apparently it had apocalyptic ratings. But the Golden Globes this past weekend. Any comments?
The King won one finally.
Ebombe?
For the movie he did on Netflix with what's her name? She plays what's it called in DC?
Wonder Woman?
No, the black chick, man. The black movie he did. It was about a trumpet player. He won a award for that. I didn't see the movie, but apparently it was good.
Riveting, D.
It's on Netflix, not a sponsor.
Radio.
So before production, D, you're in charge of this one.
Bro, I'm always tired.
It means nothing.
It means I don't never know what's going on. I'm never fresh.
Stop adding things.
You think the tiredness is your ally? I was born in it.
Yeah, Chadwick
molded by it.
Nice posthumous win. The only other one I think of note, at least that I caught a glimpse of was, I'm sure I'm going to mispronounce this, Chloe Zhao.
Chow? Probably Chow.
For Nomadland. And then also she won for Best Director and Best Film, Best Drama. And as probably nobody knows, well, very few people know, she's the director for The Eternals. Apparently, D says a lot of the insiders say it's going to be a huge hit.
It's supposed to be really good. Probably one of the best.
I mean, they're gonna need to hype it up because nobody's an Eternals fan.
Well, yeah.
That's being said, Kamala looks sexy as fuck.
Well, like I said, I think it could very easily occupy the same space, similar to Guardians. The difference is they're not a bunch of misfits. Like they're a bunch of badasses. Like,
Yeah.
The Eternals were always they're a very comic booky group.
Yeah.
The Hawks beat us nasty, but
You said that you weren't going to have a problem with that.
I don't think that that is going. So you're assuming that it's going to stick to that.
Stick to what?
What the original story is.
There is an original story.
It's
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing there.
Oh, so they get to create some stuff.
yeah.
Oh.
It's more the
Oh,
feel.
then that's even better.
He's talking about more the feel than anything else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like, it was never like a bunch of
beings that are super badasses.
Yeah, it was never like a bunch, a ragtag group of misfits banding together to, fight off injustice in the galaxy in their own way. It was always more of a like just these mini gods just walking amongst people.
Yeah, listen, I'm hoping for it, but like again, why Guardians work so well is because they're just a bunch of a-holes.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Eternals, they're
what a bunch of a-holes.
a bunch of gods. Even the little kid is a fucking god. So
I mean,
I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I mean, yeah, the only quote unquote, I guess the only two quote unquote misses Marvel's had is Thor 2 and Captain Marvel.
I was
Marvel's
not a big
just
fan
fine.
of either Iron Man sequels, though they serve their purpose.
I liked her.
So
It has moments, but it was ruined.
2 was Whiplash.
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 Where is my Boyd? I think both of those had a lot of studio interference, and especially the third one had a lot of Shane Black interference. But if they would have just let Jon Favreau do what he wanted to do, I think they would have been fine. Why the fuck do they keep him on all these years as a consultant and a producer or whatever he is now, just to ignore him on those 2 movies?
Well, I don't think he wants to direct a Marvel movie anymore because I think he likes doing his own stories the way he wants to. That's why, again, I think he's perfectly happy doing Mandalorian, where there's nothing setting it to a specific story arc.
Yeah.
They kind of just do whatever they want, the way they want to, which is surprising why he keeps doing fucking live-action remakes. Money just to pay for everything else, I guess. Help pay for the chef show. It's fine.
So to clean up the Golden Globes talk, Chadwick Boseman winning Best Actor for the Golden Globe of Ma Rainey's
None.
Ma Rainey's Black
sport.
Bottom, and I was talking about with Viola Davis. She was Ma Rainey.
Yep.
It was I heard it was really good performances by all in that movie. It was a really good movie. I didn't see it though. I'm tired of seeing movies like that.
Good movies?
Huh? No, it was like a about black musicians, and it seemed like that's all we get.
So speaking of movies about black musicians, Soul won something, didn't it?
Yeah, best animated series and best original score or best score.
Jamie did a great job in there.
Good.
And the writing was amazing. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I know the complaints were there about the white savior, but I see it, but it didn't.
Who was the white savior?
Number 6, Tina Fey. She played the little soul.
No, she was the one that got saved.
They saved each other.
Okay, then it's fine. I ain't know Tina Fey though.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But like I said, I mean, also again, that character in particular is formless. It just is using that voice because, as she says, it annoys everybody else.
But literally, she didn't have a body.
I don't like watching those movies, but no.
Well, she did have a body.
I'm just kidding.
It was his body.
It's worth watching. It's
a really good movie.
I will watch it one of these days. It's just I haven't been in that kind of a mood to watch it. A movie that a kid's movie with some sort of emotion, some sort of undefinable thing that I can't think of a word that would describe that. That's me a joke on Soul. I don't know, whatever.
WandaVision.
Yes.
Segways. Speaking of cataclysmic events,
she is.
WandaVision, though.
She is.
Previously on
the Red,
WandaVision.
The Scarlet Witch.
Yes. The Red Scarlet.
I was supposed to say the Red Scarlet. She is the Scarlet Witch. Thoughts. Paul, go.
I swear, didn't they call her Scarlet Witch at some point before this?
Nope.
Yeah.
When?
They called it in one of the Avengers movie.
I don't think so.
I thought they called it that in Wandavision or in Civil War.
Emergency Awesome said.
I mean, I'll take it. I'm not listening to that.
But he did say they called it earlier.
No, he didn't.
Accept it.
He did.
I don't remember.
Show me the episode.
The last video he did on her.
I don't know. Again, at this point,
The last video he did, he
whatever. They're finally acknowledging it. Full stop.
Yep.
So I will take that. I know I didn't read any of it, but I heard I saw headlines about retconning some of the things that happened previously. I mean, like the scenes in question. Oh, spoilers for all this. Obviously, if you haven't watched Wandavision, you're a schmuck. You should fucking watch it. I'll give you 3 seconds. Psych. So so she still has Wanda stuck in the room in her little fucking magic basement. Then she goes through a little this is your lifestyle montage of moments from her life, mostly trauma.
Well, the interesting thing about the way it was presented, it was almost presented as if she was like a psychiatrist or something trying to help her work through her problems before she has this absolutely crazy intro where she's explaining who she is, what the situation is with the room that they're in. Because basically, as soon as, she reveals herself as a villain and whatnot, Wanda kind of tries to attack her and she's like, I mean, first off, I suppose we kind of skip over it. The show starts out, I don't know if we want to do a total review, but the show starts out with a flashback to Salem, more or less, with her being not burned at the stake, but being held at the stake by a coven of witches.
Well, her family, her mother.
Yeah.
Well, it starts off, it looks like she's about to be burned at the stake, and it finds out it's the other witches who are about to kill her for breaking one of their taboos.
Practicing dark magic. And then...
practicing magic that she wasn't ready for.
Okay. It was forbidden magic, I think is what it is. Forbidden dark magic.
Yeah, because it was soul. It was like soul. It was life force stealing magic.
You kind of learn that as they start to try to, punish her, and she's sucking the energy out of them. And then the last witch standing, she's like, "Mother, no!" And then she starts attacking her, and she sucks the energy out of her. And then we cut to the present day where she's in the thing, and she's like, "Oh, who are you?" Talking to Wanda. Like, "Who are you? How are you doing all this?" And then Wanda tries to fight back, and she's like, I've got all these runes of protection and bullshit and things like that. And it just gives a very brief explanation of magic.
Yeah. Now, let's not gloss over, too. I did appreciate a digitally de-aged Catherine Hahn.
Yes.
I think we should just go and give our thoughts, not so much a review.
Okay. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The end.
For me, highlights of the episode. I like how they really brought everything back together from the first episodes. When you look at when she seen one of her favorite shows was the Dick Van Dyke episode, and then the first episode was called Walnuts or something like that. It all matched up with things she seen when she was a kid in those shows that her papa was giving her. To this is why they did it this way, and it makes so much sense. I just love that.
So, it shows in a flashback to her earlier life that her upbringing in Sokovia involved her dad bringing in bootleg DVDs and videos of all these old shows that she used to watch, and that's kind of why she has that whole attachment to the old shows. So
I love that. I love how I really love how she this was about her trying to figure out her magic, and Wanda don't know what's going on. That's what's crazy.
Well, yeah, we have Agatha, who's trying to figure out how the fuck this fucking brand new person in magic is able to do things that she can't do on an infinitesimal scale.
Yeah.
Yet somehow she's managing hundreds, thousands of complex illusions and cantrips over miles and miles of space on autopilot, which is not something somebody should be able to do. So she's trying to go through her life to figure out how the fuck she got to this point. And again, there's a few major, this is your life presentations. What I like about it is that they show these scenes, and it's scenes that we didn't need to see, but they're showing it to tell the story.
Yeah.
We're not seeing it we're not seeing the kids waiting for the bomb to explode just to see it. They're showing it to explain who the fuck Wanda is.
So basically, she was a witch already. It just the thing brought it out of her. Right.
Well, it confirms my theory that most Europeans are witches.
Facts.
So, okay, well, I think it was that she was born with these abilities. So
We're about to get canceled.
So
Nobody's fucking canceling people over that shit.
nobody's listening to Europeans.
Europeans, good lord.
They're barely people.
Well, it's not even so much that she was a witch already; it's that she was able to use magic already, and that hints more towards the possibility of her being a mutant.
That's what I meant. She was a mutant. I'm sorry, I said witch.
Yep.
I meant she was a mutant already.
So like she basically says that so as they're sitting there and they're looking at the TV and the DVDs and all this good shit's happening, a bomb falls in there. Basically the origin story they already gave. Tony Stark's weapon fell through their house, and Catherine Hahn basically says, she's like a probability hex, saying that implying that she used magic to prevent the bomb from blowing up. And that's where it's not explicitly stated, but it's heavily implied that she already had power.
She was a mutant.
Yep.
Okay, so
potentially.
So that scene there, then it goes to the next one where they're showing her at the Hydra base getting, imbued with the power from the Mind Stone. So I think that's funny there, where it's especially at the end where they show her walking in, and then she just falls. She's just on the ground. So that where it's either she unknowingly is erasing the footage of what happens. Because I'm not even sure if the scientists who were in the room saw what actually happened. So I'm not sure if it happened in a nanosecond, if it happened just in her mind, or whether again she was actually able to just delete everybody's memories of what actually happened.
So what we see is that the Mind Stone basically breaks out of the whole thing and comes up to her and releases power and energy, and there's a vision of her basically as the Scarlet Witch. You can't tell it's her, but it's clearly her comic book costume. A lot of effort and energy was put into making that shot look like that. And yes, like you said, in the video, they see nothing. And the question, of course, like you're saying, like you touched on, is did she delete the video? Did she, consciously do it? Did she subconsciously do it? Did it happen in an instant and all we saw was that? Or I would pose, was that her reality rewriting powers just working on their own?
I think so. I think up until she starts training, after her she becomes a miracle, quote unquote.
Yep.
Everything before that point is just
so fucking
it's just
clumsy.
happening automatic. It's just natural. Her body, either her if she needs to happen, her her mind does the manipulation. Otherwise, she's not conscious of anything she's doing. I think at that point, then where it does that and wanting to save her brother, it gives him abilities. Also, it kind of it tells the Mind. She basically kind of gets the Mind Stone to give her abilities. So that's pretty cool. Actually, again, I even like the sweet little scene with her, with Vision trying to console her after Pietro's dead.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think one of the best quotes in the whole damn series.
Yep.
Then I love how it explained to me. It explained a lot of stuff.
What was that quote, Paul?
I didn't want to go too much. Go ahead.
Hallmark, if you're listening, this needs to be on a card like last week. But what is grief if not love, persevering?
Speaking on Wanda's grief for losing her brother.
Yeah, that's Vision.
Quite beautiful.
In real time, trying to process love, trying to process emotions.
It's the world's most advanced supercomputer taking a human emotion and putting it into as much a definable term as is possible, which lends a lot of humanity to him.
And then he gets the joke immediately after that.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Right? Subtle work, but very good. But a lot of people don't give them credit for being subtle, but they're very good at this shit. Marvel and the whole Marvel machine. They can do...
Who don't give them credit?
A lot of people.
Man, and on my timeline...
Martin Scorsese.
On my timeline, man, everybody has been blown away by this Wonder thing.
Not yet.
Anyways.
He's getting there.
He'll live forever. Evil always do. So, the last scene is probably one of my favorite ones. So it shows Wanda busting in. Hargreaves.
Sounds right.
Anyways, the head digger shield of sword walks her over, shows her the fucking shards of Vision, and she just leaves. Doesn't show the place, doesn't take it, just leaves. Sees the deed that her and Vision. Again, I know there's rumors about what happened with that, but she was waiting to go to build a house with, and then she just fucking snaps, creates the hex, and creates Vision.
Yep.
Which more explains why he couldn't leave the Hex. Why he didn't just fall into pieces as soon as he walked out of it.
Yep.
I love the shit out of that. And I think, and seeing that too, that caused, I think Kevin sent it to me, some rumors, because I haven't seen Infinity War myself in a long time, I think their theory is that looking at it, the power, it looks like it's coming into Wanda as opposed to going into Vision. So I think a lot of the rumors are going around, and again, it's probably not going to happen because I'm already hearing that we're going to be disappointed by what happens, but it looks like she's sucking in Vision into her, basically depleting his ability, so that's how he dies.
Ain't that just like a bitch? Just kidding. We love ladies.
Kevin Samuels all on them.
So yeah, like you're talking about, like there's a lot of thoughts going around that, like especially in his creation in that scene, you get a lot of her red energy, but there is a lot of this yellow energy that looks an awful lot like the Mind Stone energy that she was sucking out of him, and that it could be maybe, hey, she's transferring his consciousness into a temporary body. A lot of good moments in that. Elizabeth Olsen's a fucking fantastic actress.
I haven't seen a bad performance in this show yet.
No.
From anyone.
No. Bro, I'm going to go a couple episodes back, but when the 80s episode and they have the fight and he's like, you can't control me like you control the others. And then she's like, oh, can't I? And she rolls the credits, and then we all think it's over. And then he steps to the door, stop lying to me, Wanda! And transforms immediately into himself. That was such crazy. A good fucking scene.
Good.
And then they just have at it, and it's like, this is the most tense battle I've ever seen in the MCU. Like, holy shit. And it's just words. It's just words.
Then when the kids come down and they both like...
No, like they just
like
had their fucking... They hashed it out. And, and then there was a knock on the door.
Yeah, the knock on the door.
And that's when fucking Pietro shows up.
Yeah,
and it's like... And he's like, everything seems to happen when it needs to happen. And there's something wrong here. I don't remember who I am. And he's like, it's super tense moment. Yeah. And then they reveal the fucking Evan Peters shit. That's like...
I'm looking at this now.
Sorry.
So
gushing over an episode 5.
We got Agatha and Wanda ready to fight.
Yeah.
We got Pietro and Photon somewhere.
Yep.
We got these two fake-ass kids in the middle. We got,
what you call them?
Fake-ass kids. Fuck them kids.
We got White Vision ready to pop off.
Yeah.
Other Vision fucking wandering around with fucking... Well, no, he's flying to them right now.
Yep.
So, we got some shit about to happen.
Yeah.
They're about to blow their whole budget this episode.
Yeah. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be another 45-minute episode. There's no way they can finish this story.
I want it to be an hour-long episode. I want it to be like.
I want it to be 2 hours, like the movie.
I want it to be fucking Game of Thrones final season length, but not actual content.
Hey, let's all hope for the best, and we'll reconvene next week.
Yes, absolutely.
That was such a good. This has been such a good show. And I was telling Ryan before we got started recording, I didn't care for this show. I didn't care to see it. I did not care to see it, and this might be the best thing that came out in Marvel. Period.
It's certainly an entity unto itself.
Okay, if you put aside that Avengers Assemble with the catch thing, this would have to be the second best thing that's going on.
I mean,
my number one movie is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So.
That's very good.
No, but see, that's a different type of movie, though. Like, it's good, but this right here, it gives you so much information about a lot of stuff, man. It fills in a lot of blanks about a lot of stuff.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Avengers Assemble is probably my favorite part of it, too. Or even just the, I knew it! But you also got, I am inevitable.
Yeah.
And I am Iron Man.
But I cried too much in that, so I'm trying to forget that. Those are
I can't control you being soft, okay? I only cry for important shit like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 3 times. I cried 3 times every time I watch it.
No, but this is probably be my favorite piece of work outside of that one scene of the catching the thing. This would be my favorite.
You're my favorite piece of work.
Thank you. I
true.
try.
So speaking of things that aren't probably going to be that good.
The fax machine over there.
Mm-hmm.
J.J. Abrams is doing a thing.
How involved is he?
Again, probably just he doesn't direct anything anymore. He just produces.
Good.
His company, again, they use his name because he signed that big deal with Warner Brothers. So it's mostly just production. I'm sure he'll be involved as producer.
The mystery box.
At this point, again, it's super early. There's the only names attached to it right now are Abrams because his company is developing it, and they hired. I always say his name wrong. Tallahassee Coates.
Tallahassee Coates.
Tallahassee.
Coates.
Closer to the microphone so people can hear you.
Tallahassee Coates.
Tallahassee Coates.
Is this real? I heard about it, but I didn't think it was serious.
They hired Mr. Coates to write the screenplay for it. Again, he has history with writing comics. He did Black Panther and Captain America, both to high praise. Along with that, of course, come the people already fucking throwing rocks. Hollywood Reporter claiming that they're looking at potentially doing this as a Black Superman story.
Yeah, that's why I ain't believe this. That's why I like, nah, they tripping. They ain't finna do no Black Superman.
Of course, as soon as the story came out, Snyder tweeted out, Cavill will always be our Superman. Which sounds kind of racist to start off with.
What do you mean, our?
My Superman, not my vision of DC. He just, I don't know. Again, I get what he's trying to say, but there's no right way to say that. I get it. It's fine. Listen, I like Cavill. Cavill's a beast. I mean, I think he plays. I think there's better characters suited for him than Superman.
Yeah, he was never Superman.
Now that being said, tie along with that. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I have that in our next segment, but I'll put it here. Allegedly, it's when this news came out. One of this Hollywood insider, Daniel Richman,
Sure.
Claims claims Cavill reached out to Marvel immediately. Trying to jump on me because he's basically out already. He's been out for a while.
I mean, why deal with it anymore? He's been tied to him for so long. They're making him jump through all these hoops. Like, if they don't want him for Superman, they need to fucking tell him.
Yeah.
It ties back to the whole your boy, Cyborg.
Yeah.
The whole controversy there. You know, I honestly think that whatever the situation is, he's better off fucking leaving Warner Brothers in the dust either way because they're taking up so much of his life to do nothing.
Real quick, yes or no answers only. Do y'all want a Black Superman? Yes or no?
Sure, it doesn't matter.
That's not a yes or no question.
Yes or no?
I don't want a Superman story.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so you don't want a Superman story, period.
I just don't care.
I'll put it this way: it doesn't matter to me that he's black or white.
No, I just want to know if you want a Black Superman.
Do you want a Latino Superman?
Well, again,
Do you want an Asian Superman? What difference does it make? It's not a yes or no question. It's not.
I would like a Black.
I want
Superman.
a good Superman.
Listen, and I understand what you're saying.
I want a Black Superman.
If it's shitty,
I want a Black Superman.
if it's a piss poor version of Superman that's not even entertaining, you'd like that just because he's black?
I'm not finna. Now you throwing just because he's black and you throwing all this bad stuff connotation to it. I just want a Black Superman.
Okay.
Who says?
Or it could be good, and he could be Mexican. He could be Asian. He could be anything. What does the race matter? He's an alien from another world.
The race matter to us who never seen a Superman that looked like us, a high character that looked like us,
Okay.
and now we get a chance to see one. Of course, it's like what does race matter in president?
Would you like an Icon movie?
Just like I don't know what Icon is, but just like the
He's
president,
Black Superman, but he's not Superman.
just like the president. I want to see a black president. Is something wrong with that? I want to see a Black Superman.
I want to see a president who's competent. That's probably not going to happen in our lifetime.
Funny you say that, actually. Along with that, so like you were saying, Icon is a character that was developed by Milestone Comics.
Yeah.
Milestone Comics in the late '80s. They were bought by DC. He was an alien who came to Earth. He's a shapeshifter. Think of like the best parts of Martian Manhunter with the strength of Superman, but none of the weaknesses. When he got there, like a transformer, he turned himself into the vision of the first organism he saw, which was a slave. And they're breaking out. Eventually, became rich. It was a whole long story. He became a superhero along with it had a second named Rocket. No relation. Really good story. Really good character. And again,
No relations.
Uncle Ruckus, no relation.
Famous for that because again, that was the same. That universe was the same place where Static Shock came from, along with a lot of other not so great characters. But it was a universe written by black creators that DC killed very very quickly. But so that'd be one story that'd be worth doing. There's also there actually is a Black Superman story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Where he became the president and like was both the president and Superman. It was in a different. It was in a different universe, and it got really convoluted. But on both your parts, I understand wanting to see a major character because again, you should never settle with just having one. Like people will say, "Oh, you got Black Panther." Well, you shouldn't just.
Whoa! That's Marvel,
right?
So that's a whole other universe.
Can I finish one second? Comic movies shouldn't matter because again, the bigger problem is representation, anyways, which they made a concerted effort to success.
See, that's why I said yes or no because I didn't want to have this argument, man. That's why I just said yes or no.
Y'all forced it.
All I said was yes or no.
Yeah,
that's it.
Okay.
That's it. Yes or no. Some things are that simple.
Ask me this then instead. Ask me, would I like a good Black Superman movie? My answer is yes.
That wasn't my question. It was just.
But you're putting on black like that makes a difference.
It does. It does.
It makes a difference for representation. Okay. But if it's a shitty Black Superman movie, why would it make a difference?
All right, so we go on to the next one. Did y'all see? Yes. Did y'all read the second version, the second episode of The Ronin?
I did.
One right in front of me?
Yeah. Did you see? It's in front of you. I mean, you read it. You start this whole thing about. you start this whole thing about. I ain't have a lot of time this week.
Because he makes time for the things that are important to us, which is not us.
Came in last week. I'm sorry. Y'all made the notes for this episode? Okay.
But did y'all see it?
Hey.
Did y'all read it? Did y'all read that?
Shut up.
Thoughts? I should. No spoilers? I don't know.
Did you both read it?
I read it when you saw it.
Yeah, it's fine. It was more of an exposition type episode. Nice reveal about, again, spoilers.
I ain't like that.
How Aftermath.
I ain't like that. I did not like that, bro. I did not like that.
I like that he went down swinging.
Yeah,
I don't like that he was the first one.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I guess
it makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense that he would be the first one to go there and fuck shit up.
Yeah, it makes sense he would die because there would be 100 ninja there by himself.
That's
true. That's true.
So yeah, it makes sense he's the first one to die.
Did he do that way?
Actually kill Karai or
no? One of the other foot pulled her away.
Yeah. Okay.
But again, I think that's why she's probably in cryostasis. She probably was on life support, and then they just eventually put her. When technology was available, they put her in that stasis. So Raph probably put her there.
Yep. Which
took her out of the fight, but again, just the sheer number. And again, I don't know. I mean, obviously, we'll find out more in the next issue because at that point, the other turtles hadn't caught up yet. And again, we still don't know what happened specifically with Casey, what happened with everybody else. Yeah. But male Casey, not daughter Casey.
I did like that reveal. That was a pretty cool reveal. I knew nothing about there being a daughter Casey, so.
I don't think there is in the current comics or past comics.
I think that's added for this one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because it's not clear how far in the future this goes. Now, I do like they've touched on what a lot of other like Superman things have talked about, where the older they get, the more their mutation.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, you can even read in like when you read the first, like he looked bigger in the comics now. Yeah,
he looks like Michael Bay's turtle.
Nobody's that big.
Yeah.
Although he was a small one, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, I love how they explain that to see why he's alive still.
Makes sense because he falls through like 3 floors of a city.
Now, how long ago did the other turtles die though?
It's not clear. Again, that's what I was just saying.
Cause like,
it's part of the story, I suppose.
Yeah, and that doesn't actually, because again, it's long enough where April has a grown ass daughter that he knew nothing about,
missing a lot of limbs,
and she doesn't seem like a young grown ass daughter. She seems like 20-ish.
Yeah, probably
grown,
early to mid 20s, probably. And again, old enough where there's this fucking new head of the house who's clearly old, clearly at least late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah,
probably early 30s.
With the grandson sweater, right?
And enough to change an entire city.
Yeah.
Which does take some time. I don't care how many mousetraps you have.
So we're looking potentially at 20 years.
Oh, easily. Yeah, easily. Potentially probably close to 25 years. But yeah. It's at least 20 years. Yeah. But no, I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, I'm not enjoying the 4 months between issues, but I'm enjoying it.
It's definitely good. I really like the multiple art styles. Yeah, that's a great touch. Yeah, for the flashback. Even the previous issue, I think, was quite different.
A little bit, yeah, because I think the first one because I had a lot more time to do. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, it's still funny to say, there's 4 months between issues.
Yeah.
But
That sucks too, man. Cause like now I want the next issue so bad, bro.
so
That's why I don't like it, man. I'm gonna start reading comics, man. Just wait for the movies. They should do a TV show. They definitely should do a TV show of the
they will
Ronin.
not do a TV show of this.
They put it on HBO.
Okay, so we'll do a quick run through on this last the most important segment of our episode. That'll only be about 5 minutes. Our weekly Snyder Cut Up.
Mm-hmm.
Snyder, the genius that he is, always planned
Our Lord and Savior.
for a 2-part. Our Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
Always planned for Justice League to be 2 parts.
We praise him.
Which I do remember from early on they wanted to do. However, he seems to be dick riding a little bit, rewriting history.
Grinding on it.
He claims he planned for Justice League 2 to be like Endgame. So his plan was to have...
Which didn't exist at the time.
Batman.
His plan...
I'm inedible.
Because his plan was for the first movie to end on a major cliffhanger, and the second movie to take predominantly in the nightmare future, quote unquote, he's calling it, where Batman's in the fucking duster and the guns.
Okay, I see that now.
So I don't entirely not believe him, especially because I've been hearing that treatment for a while now. That being said, how long ago was Infinity War? 3 years?
2, 3.
Yeah, 3 years ago. Justice League was 4 years ago. I
It's a lot of hindsight.
certainly
going on.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think that they had, especially with what came out. Admittedly, you're talking about switching directors and all that stuff. But especially with what came out, I just don't see like that level of influence. Like ending Infinity War on the snap makes sense because that is a thing in the comics based off of the storyline that they were adapting. That happened. Them doing something with Darkseid, there's variations off of that have happened, but
Now, I will be clear. He didn't say specifically it's going to be like Endgame. People are saying it was going to be like Endgame, or it was going to end on a major cliffhanger and go from there. Because I think, again, it probably was going to be end on a cliffhanger, they lose, where we're in the future timeline, Flash goes back to tell Batman to do stuff, and then they fix it that way. A very watered-down version, of like most DC stories, but so that's that. Snyder was going to do a 2-parter, and it was going to be...
I think it should have. I think it should be that way.
Well, here's the thing. He's still keeping the major cliffhanger at the end of this movie.
I think it should be that way, and then the next movie
Good
should
for him.
end this whole.
Well, you want another movie?
No, whatever this is, the Snyder stuff should end this whole DC thing.
Dude, he's leaving.
And they should
he's
start
leaving on a
over.
cliffhanger.
They should start over.
I mean, it's not even an actual release, so
Already
like,
have.
like just keep the only
yeah.
thing
I mean, who wins between the Superman and Flash?
like you can if you get rid of everything except Shazam, and then the new Batman movie, the new Tallahassee, Superman, the new you can keep the Aquaman. That's fine.
Tallahassee Superman.
You can end Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman.
She's getting a third
Can
one.
we just ignore 84?
That's why I say end
The
it.
first one is still good.
Cause like the second one was so horrible.
Second one was bad. It was so bad.
Even and I love movies, and I love bad movies, and I'm saying this.
Movies are good,
Wonder
but they could be better.
Wonder Woman is a beacon of hope, and she rapes a guy.
So what you're saying is, she rapes, but she saves. So
I mean, she might have had new boots.
yeah, you certainly do. Same
Other
shit.
than that,
New boots.
Junkie XL confirmed one of his songs is going to be the theme song for the Snyder Cut. A song appropriately titled, or inappropriately titled, "The Crew at Warp Power."
The crew at Warp Hour,
It might as well be called that.
or the crew at Warp Power.
Like you were saying beforehand, they already have a term in their title
The
for
ju-
a group of people.
The Justice League. has a name, a word, yes, in the title of the team that means a group of people or a crew. Why change the name to the crew at War Power?
Yeah. And again, what does that mean?
The Justice Crew?
Power?
The Justice Crew?
What does that mean? A crew at War Power? I don't understand what that means. Sorry, the crew at War Power. My apologies. Shouldn't be so brash.
And the thing of it is like, okay, I could understand that if like everybody got a bunch of upgrades or everybody did some training, all Dragon Ball Z style, to face this threat. Other than Batman putting on a funky ass Night Owl outfit, nobody did anything differently. Like, they're not at War Power. They're not any higher power than they were before. Like, I guess.
And like the song, it just sounds like the Avengers theme through a Matrix filter.
Yeah.
Like, you just say, like, it's a lot of like wannabe techno. It has like, it's supposed to sound epic, but it just feels underwhelming. I guess that's appropriate for the content. So
I feel like that's absolutely what's going on there.
It just the song sounds desperate.
It does. It sounds like it's trying way too hard to impress its friends. In a general sense, like kind of like like if you were at a party and you were trying to tell a really cool story and you kept talking yourself up and like. That's the general vibe of that.
And the funny thing is, I think there's... Sorry, go ahead.
We might have a better way of describing it. The Avengers theme, but what if...
The funny thing is...
The Matrix.
The funny thing is, I think there's a better argument that the Avengers stole their theme from the Justice League animated series.
I wouldn't doubt that. Yep.
There's a lot of like similarities there. Because again, like, the Justice League should be epic. That song does not sound epic. It sounds edgelord.
Yeah. There's a lot of validity to what you're saying because the Justice League cartoon borrows a lot from Batman the Animated Series, which the theme song was, if not, I don't remember if he actually did it or if it was just very heavily based off of Danny Elfman's Batman theme. So the Justice League cartoon theme was Danny Elfman by way of, what's the guy? The big orchestral... John Williams. It was Danny Elfman by way of John Williams.
So what we're saying is Justice League Overgame.
Something along those lines, yes. So
wait. Justice League Stop.
Trying.
What's another word for game?
Event.
Stop event.
Yes.
Where they defeat. They can defeat. What you call it, and then get him out of there and just...
Darksiders.
But I think we can all agree.
Darksiders.
I think we all agree.
The atom flies up his butt. He doesn't expand, he just lives there.
We're moment in 2 weeks. There will be history will be defined by
history
before the Snyder Cut and after Snyder Cut.
History will be dispersed.
The game will stop.
It's going to be a whole new era, guys. It's going to be incredible.
No, but I do.
We're going to have 3 Batman. We're going to have 2 Superman.
Yeah.
We're going to have 0 Flash.
Listen, we need to distance ourselves from Joss Whedon. He said some things, and he might be very mean. Some of them could have been racist. But
supposed to be racist.
Allegedly.
So they keep adding.
Here's the thing. No, I don't think that Joss Whedon was included in the ones we were talking about before the show. I think it was just like the leadership of DC was doing it. I don't think he was actually in it. They just said that he was super unprofessional and mean. I'm not toning it down, but I will say by contrast, they're still going with Ezra Miller, who was caught choking a woman in public as their Flash.
Flash don't play that. Flash never
Bro,
play that.
I don't think it's got anything to do with like, they're just looking to just dump whatever bullshit they can on whoever they can to take away from the fact that they kind of are sucking. Like, it's not about priorities. It's not about, doing the right thing. It's just about what can we do to take What can we do to draw heat away from this and that and the other? In my opinion.
First of all, this is my opinion. The new Warner Brothers studio, or the studio, if they got some new people, they've been horrible in the last few years. They've had more misses than hit in everything.
Yeah.
So it's time to end this whole Justice League thing. Just reboot it. Just end this with this and start with the new Batman and the Tallahassee
hero.
Tallahassee Superman.
Superman. That'd be cool if he came from Tallahassee.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. I was Tallahassee. Same thing.
Tallahassee.
So I think this would be a good chance to restart, to reboot this whole universe. Just give him two movies.
Tallahassee. Sorry.
Give him 2 movies and then just restart it, reboot it. Let's just reboot it.
I think they actually have stumbled upon a very good plan, which is to just make none of them related. Like, I think that they've got some quality out there. I think the Suicide Squad is going to be good. I enjoyed the first Wonder Woman. I don't think they probably should have trusted Patty Jenkins to both write and direct Wonder Woman 84. She's a fine director. But the problem with being a writer and director is you kind of don't have anybody to tell you no. You kind of don't have anybody to be like, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, this doesn't work. It doesn't work that Maxwell Lord becomes the Mind Stone and just starts granting everybody wishes, and sometimes it's only one wish, sometimes it's not one wish.
He was the Mind Stone.
And it doesn't work that what's her name gets 2 wishes, even though everybody's only supposed to get 1 wish. And there's a problem with having somebody around to tell you, no, we need to stick to this story.
He was the Mind Stone.
He was. That was his wish. It was literally his wish was, I want to become the Mind Stone. So
wow.
I like Shazam. Aquaman was relatively good.
Yep.
There are good aspects of the DC universe. Sorry, I have to talk loudly.
I thought it was a lot stronger than what it was. I wasn't. I thought I can grab the can and just squash it with my bare hands.
You did, but
it took the hand in the nub and it barely got squashed.
Did it right into the microphone.
I gotta go to work. I'm already coming late.
All right. So that's going to do it for us today at this one last podcast. Thank you for joining us. To my left has been P. Breezy.
Who?
Yes. To the right has been D. Easy the...
Black Superman.
Black Superman. I like it. I like that. Idris Elba.
Not that. I would think about somebody else.
Black Superman. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was saying he's too old. But I would think about somebody else.
Pretty sexy as fuck.
Luther.
And allegedly, I've been Ryan Bunlin. Wait a minute. Am I this won't last version of Benedict Cumberbatch?
No, you're the Mind Stone.
I am the Mind Stone. Anyways, bye.
Bye.
Bye.